Welcome to World Conflict Channel. Violent battles continue in the Bakhmut region. The situation in the region became extremely critical after the Wagner Group and Russian forces launched a massive attack on the city of Soledar yesterday. Although Russian telegram channels claimed that the city was completely under the control of Wagner forces, new news from the region revealed that this information was completely false. The new Wagner forces, which were sent to the region yesterday evening, launched an attack on the city from 3 directions. The advance of the Wagner fighters, who made small advances in all 3 directions, came to a complete halt as the Ukraine began to strengthen its defensive line. Faced with a great resistance, Wagner forces had to retreat with great losses. According to the information provided by Ukrainian sources, the second Wagner group, which attacked the city from the east, was surrounded by the Ukrainian armed forces at night, and at least 70 Wagner fighters were destroyed in the fierce clash. After a major defeat, the Russian forces' plans to seize the city overnight were completely foiled. However, according to local sources, Russia has sent new army units and Wagner forces to Bakhmut and especially around the city of Soledar since morning hours today. Again, there are allegations that the clashes continue in the center of the city. At the same time, the aid of the Ukrainian army to the city is also very delayed. This weakens the resistance of the Ukrainian soldiers in the city and greatly increases the risk of the city falling under the control of the Russian forces in a possible new major Russian attack. Soledar region is of great importance for Ukraine. Bakhmut's defense will lose its importance if Soledar is captured by Russian troops. That's why Ukraine should not lose the city at any cost. Also, surprised by the heroic defense of Soledar by Ukrainian fighters, Wagner's boss made an unexpected statement. In a statement on Telegram which contrasts in tone to those we are used to hearing from the Russian side, Yevgeny Prigozhin added that the hardest, bloodiest battles are being fought for the city, which is a few miles from Bakhmut in the Donbass region. The Wagner founder, who is an ally of President Vladimir Putin, also said Wagner forces were exclusively working to capture Soledar. In addition, today the British Ministry of Defence shared on Twitter new intelligence information about the war. According to new intelligence information released, Russian forces are trying to capture Soledar in the Donetsk region to surround Bakhmut located near this city. British intelligence claims that over the past 4 days, Russian troops have tactically advanced to the city of Soledar in the Donetsk region and probably control most of the settlement. Soledar is located 10 kilometers north of Bakhmut, the capture of which is likely to remain Russia's main immediate operational objective. By taking Soledar, the Russian forces are trying to surround Bakhmut from the north and disrupt Ukrainian supply lines. Part of the fighting is focused on the entrances to the salt mine tunnels, the total length of which reach is 200 km in the area. The Ukrainian military and Russian soldiers are likely concerned that the tunnels could be used to infiltrate the rear. Despite the increased pressure on Bakhmut, Russia is unlikely to envelop the town imminently because Ukrainian forces maintain stable defensive lines in depth and control over supply routes, the British intelligence concluded.